perfecto, todo es perfecto.
Hi guys, how are you? This is Helen Lombardi. Welcome to my show, The Money Healer Show. Today we have a beautiful show, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. So today we are talking about fear to success and to prosperity. And I know who wants to talk about this? Who wants to talk about their fears? Because guess what? We all have these fears. We all have these fears to be successful. And what is successful also, or maybe of to be too successful, and fear to prosperity as well. We don't talk about this. Okay, so today in the first part of our show, we are going to be talking about that fear to success that many of us have. It's unconscious because if you ask yourself, do you want to be successful? Do you want to be prosper? Do you want to have prosperity? Do you want to be successful? Of course, the first thing you're going to say is yes. I want to be successful. I want to be prosperous. I want to be abundant. I want all these things, right? But now, what happens when we do the total opposite of such thing? So you say you want to be successful, and then what is success to you, right? So you said you want to be abundant, and then what's abundance to you? And then are your actions in sync with that? Because then that's the real deal. When you know that you are unconsciously scared of it, or you're unconsciously, you have fear, guess what? Your actions are going to show the total opposite of whatever you said that you want. Okay? So, with finances, in personal life, in your personal development, in your friendships, in your relationships, with this fear, right? To be successful, maybe all your friends love you the way you are, and that's how you feel. And then why would you want to be more successful? Maybe now they're not going to accept me. Or my family, no one in my family has got that level of success that I maybe want, or that I know that I can achieve. And then why would I? If I do so, then I will be different. You see, it's not as simple as it sounds. Okay, so ready to dive into this subject now? Now I got your little interest, maybe? Okay, when I talk about having fear to success, the success that I'm talking about, because remember, success means different things to different people, right? I always talk about these on how certain words mean certain things to certain people. And it all has to do with your background, or how you grew up, or the attachment or the relationship you found to certain words. So, what success is to you? That definition of success, without looking into the dictionary of what exactly success is, right? Because for some people, might mean just financial success. Success immediately related to money, right? Success, money, financial success. What about, would you think of success in any other shape or form, right? Fame, recognition. There's so many other things into success, accomplishing things, right? Now, can you think for a minute, what is success to you? So when I said fear to success, what comes to your mind? What you start thinking? Is it the first thing that you think? Is it money? Or is it choices? For me, I had to redefine success. I came a long way. I had a very narrow definition of success that I was not aware of. I only had one meaning of success. I only have one definition to success. And I didn't realize that I only had one definition to success. And most people, I think, might have. But then, as I educated myself a little further and I looked for personal growth and to grow as a person, to grow as an individual, and to make my life richer, right? I understood that success, right, just like beauty, just like wealth as well, and just as many other things, means different things to different people. Right? So success to me, it's having choices. It's having the freedom, real freedom of having choices. That is success to me. Okay? That it's the biggest form of success. To be able to choose freely, because we all think that we make decisions freely, and sometimes we realize that it's not that way. That we make decisions conditioned into beliefs that we learn from growing up, from our culture, from our society, and from our collective. So we make choices according to that, and then we say we're free. But not necessarily. So to this success, and to this fear, and to this prosperity. And what is also prosperity to you? For some people, the clear definition of prosperity is to have a home, a car, and have their family. And that it's the definition of prosperity to them. And that's all they knew, and they're okay with it, and they're happy. Right? Maybe their family had it worse. Maybe where they came from, it doesn't get better than that. And maybe for someone else, that's not it. Maybe for someone else, the definition of prosperity, it's to wake up every day and have a purpose or have meaning to their life or do something that means something to them. Or travel. I'm prosperous, I travel. Or, to each their own, live in luxury. Okay? Another definition to prosperity, they're prosperous when they give to others without not taking consideration their own needs first, right? Because that's not real prosperity. If you're giving it all away and you're not really taking care of yourself, what happens if you, God forbid, get sick, right? So I think there's a fine line that we have to be aware of. Okay, so prosperity, what else can be prosperity to you? Right? Maybe accomplishing things as well. Right? Maybe being healthy. Maybe having prosperous friendships and a lifestyle that you enjoy. that you feel proud of, that you built, and you feel good, you feel also abundant, right? Again, what does that mean to you? It's the most important thing. Forget what you see in social media or on TV or what you were told, but what we have to redefine. Sometimes all these words, they come from our childhood or growing up, and we never one day stopped and said, hold on, I used to think that being successful was this, and that, but now that I'm X amount of years young, now I see that my priorities are different, and then perhaps that success meaning is different. It's not the same. Right? Growing up, maybe success was to have the cool jacket or the cool item, right? You didn't think how you were going to get it, but the minute that you got money, you were like, okay, I'm buying it. So I'm cool and I'm successful, right? But many times we don't go back there and say, wait a minute, do I still feel the same about that word? Does that word still makes me feel the same? Does that make me feel good? I doubt it, because your priorities have changed. You're not that little kid anymore. And at what point did you evolve that word in your mind? Did you redefine it? Right? When you were growing up, everything seemed so much bigger. You got to remember that. Have you been back? I don't know if you ever moved somewhere and you go back and visit, and such places seem to be so amazing. I remember a park not far from where I grew up, and this park to me was huge and amazing and lush and all this. And when I went back to visit, I went to see the park, and I'm not gonna lie. The park was just like any other park. It wasn't anything spectacular, but I remember in my head there was, wow, this park. Okay? So the same, like words, success, abundance, prosperity, what that looks like to you from now on. No growing up, not when you were a child, not when you were a teenager. From now on, from now to your future. What's that successful life? Okay? Why we have fear to success? Let's say in this case, financial success. Why we have fear to financial success? What do you think? Okay, that can be a great question, don't you think? So why you think we have fear to financial success? Do you have any clue? Okay. One of the reasons that we can have fear to financial success, it's because we have this fear that we are going to change. Yep, that we're going to change, that because we change, we're not going to be the same, we're not going to belong, or that we're going to be judged sometimes. Or the other fear is that you might make poor financial decisions with such money that you haven't even received. And so therefore, you don't even sometimes make the jump or the leap jump, I would say, to really be successful. Because if you're too successful, you might mess it up. Right? And also the bad rep that rich people can get. Right? Because if we talk about financial successful in this point, in this case, right? Because I said success means different things to different people. Okay. So, let's stop there, right? Fear to success. Am I going to change? I'm not going to belong. Am I going to turn into a bad person? You see? Is that true though? Is it? That because you're successful now, you're not a good person. Or because you're successful now, you are not going to belong. You see? Or is that all in our head? And I mean, hello, I've been there. So I know about this. I didn't even know that I fear like everybody else. And I was like, am I the only one? And no, I wasn't. News. Okay, so what do you think? Also, fear to prosperity as well. Many times, also, it's easier to complain and to be in that cycle of, oh, I'm not prosperous. And, like maybe no one in your family felt that way. And then, you just want to belong. We all, at some point, just wanted to belong, right? We come from families, from communities, from countries, from cultures. And especially if you had immigrated somewhere else, you want some kind of belonging. So yeah, you might be doing financially better than your family back home, but not too well either, because you still want to belong. And no, it's not conscious. I wish it was, but now you can bring it to consciousness. Now you can make it conscious and be like, wait, is that truth? Am I doing this to myself? So am I self-sabotaging because I have all these fears? Okay, so those are great questions for yourself. Bring that awareness. Do you have fear of financial success? That's why you don't save money. Maybe that's why you just spend your money with instant gratification, or you're not conservative with your money, saving, or trying to be prosperous financially, because you have fear. Not because you're not good with finances necessarily. That's what you think. That's the lie you're telling yourself. Maybe it's because you have fear. And where that fear comes from. Is it really your fear? Or maybe you grew up thinking that it's not good to be successful. Or you have, mixed feelings about success. And what is the definition that lives in your head about success? Also, revisit that. Okay, so I love this subject. Very rich, brings a lot of depth, a lot of information, because it helps you check yourself. It helps you see maybe you're self-sabotaging yourself. Maybe you're telling yourself a story and it's something else. And now maybe you can help yourself, okay, and to do it better. And so therefore you can be whatever is it that for you is to be successful and to be prosper and to have abundance. Okay? So this was the first part of the show right now, Money Healer Show. And I'll see you in a little bit for the second part of the show. Okay? Bye.
Es perfecto, todo es perfecto.
¿Tienes WhatsApp? Tienes Pocket. Con Hello Pocket podrás cobrar a todos tus clientes desde tu teléfono. ¿Cómo? Simplemente enviando un botón de pago por WhatsApp, sin salir de la conversación ni descargar apps. Cámbiate a Hello Pocket.
Hola, soy Helen Lombardi. Bienvenidos a la segunda parte de mi programa, el Money Healer Show. El día de hoy estamos hablando sobre el miedo a triunfar y el miedo a la prosperidad. También el miedo al éxito, en otras palabras. Dije triunfar, pero en realidad en sí es miedo al éxito y a la prosperidad. ¿Ok? Estaba hablando en la primera parte del programa, que fue en inglés, que para ciertas personas triunfar o éxito tiene diferentes significados. Para ciertas personas, tal vez triunfar o tener éxito significa tener su propio hogar, tener su carro y ya. Eso es triunfar. Triunfaron, están bien y es todo lo que esperaban de la vida de ellos. Era lo más que ellos tal vez visualizaron para su bienestar. ¿Ok? Para otras personas, triunfar significa tal vez viajar, tal vez tener más de una propiedad, tal vez tener un título, tal vez tener un cierto estilo de vida. Si ves, triunfar no significa necesariamente lo mismo para todo el mundo. Ahora, cuando hablamos de triunfar o el éxito o prosperidad, muchas veces nos olvidamos retroceder al tiempo por un momento y entender que tal vez o que en un momento de nuestra infancia, de nuestra juventud, pensamos que era triunfar o pensamos que era ser exitoso o pensamos que era ser próspero o próspera. Tal vez en cierta parte de donde estás ahora en tu vida ya no tenga el mismo significado. ¿Y a qué me refiero? Te puedo dar un ejemplo. En cierto tiempo, tal vez de tu adolescencia, de tu niñez, o bueno, creciendo, tal vez el triunfo más grande era tener algo que todo el mundo tenía, que estaba de moda, o ir con tus amigos o con tus amigas a tal lugar o a otro lugar, o tener buenas notas, o ir a la universidad tal, o en fin. Eso era un triunfo, un logro, éxito, te va bien. Ahora, a estas alturas de tu vida, en donde te encuentres en este momento en tu vida, ¿qué es triunfar? ¿Qué es ser exitoso o qué es ser exitosa? No significa lo mismo para todo el mundo. ¿Ok? No es, no es algo como un tatuaje, tiene que significar esto. No, ¿qué es para ti? Ajá, ¿qué es para ti? ¿Qué significa triunfar? ¿Y qué significa ser próspero o próspera? Y el día de hoy estamos hablando de tenerle miedo a triunfar y de tenerle miedo a la prosperidad. ¿Y por qué? Porque muchas personas tienen diferentes motivos por el cual tienen miedo tal vez a sentir que son personas triunfadoras o exitosas o a la prosperidad. Ajá. Hay un miedo, obviamente no es consciente. Ajá, no es consciente. Si fuera consciente, obviamente fuera muy diferente, pero muchas veces no es consciente. ¿Y cómo tú sabes si, ok, tal vez, ¿será que tengo miedo al éxito o será que tengo miedo a la prosperidad o será que tengo miedo a triunfar? ¿Será que tengo miedo? ¿Cómo puedes saber si tienes miedo? Muy fácil. Elige, ok, la definición para ti. No vayas a un diccionario, no lo busques en Google, no lo veas por ningún lado. ¿Ok? Cuando tú escuchas la palabra éxito o tal persona es exitosa o tal éxito. O tú puedes decir, yo soy una persona exitosa. ¿Y qué palabra te viene a la mente? ¿Con qué lo asocias? ¿Cuál es tu asociación con el éxito? ¿Se siente bien? ¿Has escuchado que el éxito cambia a las personas? ¿Has escuchado cosas que son negativas constantemente sobre el éxito? ¿Tienes miedo a triunfar o a la prosperidad? ¿Qué es ser próspero para ti? Tiene la misma definición anteriormente cuando eras joven a el día de hoy, que obviamente ya tienes una edad más avanzada o desarrollada. ¿Es el mismo significado para ti o lo ves diferente? O tal vez anteriormente pensabas que próspero o próspera era solamente destinado a hablar de dinero, prosperidad financiera, ¿verdad? Pero ¿qué tal si eres próspero en otras cosas? Porque puedes tener dinero, puedes ser próspero financieramente, pero no tienes amistades, no tienes relaciones reales, no eres próspero en otras partes de tu vida. Tal vez no tienes salud, ¿verdad? No es solamente en una parte de tu vida. Entonces, le tenemos miedo al éxito, a triunfar, cuando ahora decimos relaciono el éxito, si hablamos de finanzas, el éxito financiero, si yo tengo mi casa, ya está pagada, tengo mi carro, ¿ok? Y tengo todas estas cosas, pero algo me falta y no sabes qué es. ¿Eres próspero o próspera, tú crees? No creo, no creo. Entonces, redefinición. Porque, ok, tienes tu casa, tienes tu carro y te sientes que no eres exitoso o exitosa, que te falta más o tienes todos estos títulos y no te sientes próspero o próspera y sientes que no te sirven de nada. Entonces, ¿cuál sería tu definición de éxito? ¿Cuál sería? Qué interesante, ¿verdad? Ok. ¿Cuál es tu definición de éxito el día de hoy? Esa es una pregunta. ¿Cuál sería tu definición? Tener salud. Para muchas personas que han pasado por una situación de salud muy fuerte, tal vez para ellos lo único que quieren es tener salud. Es el éxito más grande y el triunfo más grande que puedan tener. ¿Sí ves? No hay una sola definición para todos. No pueden decir, no, no soy una persona exitosa. Pudieron haber salido de muchos tratamientos y los tratamientos fueron un éxito. Y tener salud para estas personas es lo máximo. Entonces, tú tienes que pensar qué es el éxito para ti. No lo que lees, no lo que ves, pero para ti. Y si le tienes miedo a ese éxito o a triunfar o a la prosperidad, ¿por qué? Es porque tal vez no viste a nadie en tu entorno o en tu familia o en tu vida, no has visto a nadie próspero o triunfador, o tal vez lo que viste lo relacionaste con algo negativo y dijiste, no, pues si eso es ser exitoso, no quiero, ¿verdad? Como los famosos, no, tienen una vida dramática, no, ¿para qué? ¿Verdad? Entonces, redefinición. ¿Qué sería ser exitoso o exitosa para ti? Para tu vida, pero para ti, para nadie más. no porque se vea bonito en la foto o porque tú puedes decir, ay, mira, qué exitosa. No, para ti, la definición. Para mí personalmente, yo tenía una definición muy, diría en inglés narrow, pero solo tenía una definición para éxito. Y luego me di cuenta que era esta definición de cuando estaba súper joven. Nunca en cierto momento me paré a pensar, momento, ¿qué es para mí ahora éxito? ¿Verdad? Porque mis prioridades no son las mismas de cuando tenía 18, 17, 19 o 20 años, o hasta mis 20, 21 o 22. Entonces tenemos que muchas veces actualizar, cambiar, como cambiamos nuestra ropa, cambiamos nuestro cabello, cambiamos muchas cosas en nosotros y no nuestros pensamientos, a veces que no nos ayudan a avanzar. Ese pensamiento te trajo hasta aquí. Entonces, hasta aquí te sirvió. Pero de aquí en adelante no has revisado ese pensamiento ok, ahora me doy cuenta que quiero, sí, entiendo, sí quiero éxito, sí quiero ser triunfadora, sí quiero ser próspero o próspera, pero no puedes traer esos pensamientos tal vez viejos o esas definiciones viejas sobre qué era éxito para ti en ese tiempo. Tal vez éxito solamente era tener un par de zapatos nuevos y una cartera nueva y ya. O como dije anteriormente, tienes una casa y un carro y eso es wow, lo máximo. Luego te das cuenta que como que, ok, lo lograste, pero ya ahora qué. Entonces, definir con mayor profundidad y con conexión a ti. ¿Qué sería ser exitoso y qué es ese éxito para ti? ¿No? Qué interesante. No sé si tenemos algunas preguntas o no he chequeado el chat. Déjenme ver si hay alguna pregunta o si hay algo ahí que les interesó sobre el miedo al éxito. Ok. Bueno, entonces en ese momento no voy a ponerlas, pero quiero que se lleven el día de hoy con este súper pensamiento. Por favor, define qué es éxito en este momento para ti o cómo tú creciste pensando sobre el éxito. Y si el día de hoy es lo mismo que tú piensas que es ser exitoso o exitosa. Junta estos dos pensamientos y revísalos, chequéalos, ¿ok? Para que tú desde el día de hoy entiendas que tal vez ya no se llevan bien, que tal vez ya no se alinean, que uno tiene que como que, ok, gracias, hasta aquí me ayudaste, pero ya no, de aquí en adelante me va a ayudar a mi próxima etapa de mi vida exitosa o de mi vida próspera. ¿Ok? Entonces, piensa y puedes escribirlo. ¿Ok? ¿Qué es ser exitoso y qué es ser abundante para ti? ¿Ok? El día de hoy fue un super show. Espero que les ayude de algo. Yo sé que sí, porque con este miedo, obviamente, es miedo al dinero. Conéctalo. Ajá. Miedo al éxito puede ser miedo al dinero o al reconocimiento. También, no te olvides, van juntos. ¿Ok? Entonces, bueno, no te olvides de inscribirte a nuestro canal. ¿Ok? El día de hoy les habló y chatearon con Helen Lombardi en el Money Healer Show. Nos vemos la próxima semana. Gracias. Chao.